Hello everyone, my name is Tojo and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition, and today we are back at Skyhold to start out because I was running the mission tables in between episodes because they kind of keep up in real time, and I found something that unlocks specializations, so we have some people to go talk to, and apparently it's my understanding we only get one specialization, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of thought into this. And also as a side thing, as I was running around doing some, off-camera maintenance. If you remember one of the other episodes, we heard a side conversation after we talked to Cole about someone who, stole turnips and they can't remember who it was. They know they saw someone, but they can't remember, the face and stuff like that, and they threw the turnips into a fire and the whole place smelled. Well, we just came across another little side conversation talking about a soldier named Stefan who had just passed. He had been suffering for hours, and then he, apparently towards the end, he smiled and said he smelled his mother's turnip stew and then passed peacefully. So, yeah, it's safe to say that was Cole, and the weird stuff that's happening is usually to the benefit of someone else. So that's just a sweet little detail. So we have 3 people to talk to. It's now I believe the mages have access to. Actually, I can probably pull them up, because each of our mage companions has one of the specializations. Solus has access to Rift Mage, which seems to be, you get access to like Stone Fist and Veil Strike, Pull of the Abyss, which were Veil Strike and Pull of the Abyss, I think were Force Mage abilities in Dragon Age 2, but also some passives that debilitate and increase damage on weakened enemies. So it's like a crowd control, like debuff kind of thing. Vivian has access to the Night Enchanter, which seems to be like a defensive, more melee build for when things get closer. You got the Spirit Blade. I'm not sure exactly how it mechanically works. Dealing damage with other abilities charges the blade, attacking expends the charge, so yeah. So you build up charges, and then you can use this as like a powerful melee attack, and then you have like some defensive abilities, some passives. Whenever you have barrier active, each attack will take damage in return. Any successful attack strengthens your barrier. The more damage you do, the more powerful your barrier grows. So it's a very like mage tanky-ish kind of build. And disruption field, which I think it's slow and weakens. So it's got some crowd control stuff in that. And then Dorian has access to, if it'll switch over, the Necromancer, which is horror. Walking Bomb, which, yes, and Spirit Mark. Click on damage. The target dies while marked. The spirit mimics the victim's body. So you raise a ghost whenever you kill someone with the mark. Plus, things happen when things die. The kind of thing. So I think we're actually... I want to go for the Necromancer build. As much as I like having Dorian in the party... I feel like we're going to get more, like, diverse lore and utility if we bring in one of the rogues. So I'll take on his Necromancer role and keep Solus as the healer for now. Although Vivian might make the better healer. I'm not sure. Solus has good lore, though, so we might pull Varric back into the team. We might not. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure we can still complete the Dorian's romance without him being in the party constantly. Plus, there's like certain things we have to swap out certain people for. It'll be fine. So I need to talk to whoever is the Necromancer trainer. Your trainer. Commander Helene. I get the feeling you'd be the Fade one, right? You might be Knight Commander when you look kind of Tevinter, so you're probably the Necromancer?
Inquisitor, I heard a tapping. My skills are required.
And you are?
Speaker Vius Anaxas. I have come from Navarra as a voice for the dead. Welcome them, and they will serve your cause.
Oh yeah, so he's from the same place Cassandra's from. She mentioned a couple times about her father was a death mage, which is like the funeral tenders, essentially. So they would be the... I assumed it'd be Tevinter, because Doran was Tevinter, but yeah, it makes sense that we'd get someone from Navarra.
Excuse me. You speak for who?
The dead. Many assume that they have misheard. I am of the Mortalitasi. We tend to those who have passed and revere their lives by honoring them in death. And when the living are threatened, we give the bodies of the dead physical purpose once more. Necromancy, Inquisitor. The dead will serve for you.
What is a Mortalitasi?
We are the caretakers of the grand necropolis of Navarra. For the treasured relative, we usher a spirit of the Fade into the void of their mortal form. It honors them both. But when enemies threaten the living, we turn death into a weapon of war, instead of merely the result.
You're saying you can bring the dead back to life?
Of course not. The souls of our departed cross the Fade to be with the Maker. The body is left empty.
Then what is it that you do?
In the Grand Necropolis, we would usher in a displaced spirit of the Fade, eliminating imbalance. But this is war. Every battlefield has one thing in abundance: death. I turn the bodies of enemies into weapons against them. We do not manipulate the living. We make use of the dead.
You're a mage who manipulates life. How is this not blood magic?
Blood magic consumes life. It tears at the living to manipulate and destroy. It is a cancer among our kind. We honor life by venerating the dead. We give their mortal form purpose. In combat, perhaps only for a few moments, but that is still more than they had. More than opposing you normally allows.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
It is not for everyone, yet we all reach beyond life. You have already killed many out of necessity. To stop at death is wasteful. Death can make allies of enemies. Death can rend the battlefield. Death can terrify.
People will fear me.
Don't you want to terrify? Fear means there are fewer to fight next time. Fear means lives are saved, if that is your concern.
I'm ready to learn what you know.
Then your journey begins as others end. The steps are small, but vital. There is instruction and veneration. Then you'll return. We shall see what this life holds for you.
Okay, so we picked up a quest for Necromancer. I think we can still complete the quest for the other specializations, but we can only commit to one, so I'll handle that either off camera or another time, just so we can get back into the action in, what is it, Crestwood? We're going to Crestwood, right? So I'll see you guys back there. And we're here. Everything's drained out, and there's demons and undead. Okay, so we're near Old Crestwood. There's a thing in the ground. Where is it? Aha! Grey whiskey, right wine, or conscription ale. Perhaps local to a handful of Grey Warden companies, these spirits reflect a custom or legend born of utility. Allowed to seize goods to aid their cause, Wardens combine half-full bottles to save space while traveling, never fully emptied or, as with the kettle, cleaned. Each eventually takes on a base flavor as unique as the Warden's characters. What do we care? Nothing burns like the first cup. Could be fact, could be tribute. It does seem as though the bottles range farther than the namesake Warden could. Vintage Warden Deladin. Or Daedalin. Extra red. That's a little bit gross, but also interesting. They just keep adding, I assume, different alcohols into it to fill it up, but never letting it empty, so it all just kind of... It's like a cocktail with backwash. completely forgot we gave Cassandra the cheese wheel shield. Oh, that is beautiful. And it's a decent shield too. When she takes damage, it heals her a little bit. That's if they get past her guard. Okay, so this is the ruins of Old Crestwood. Still gotta head somewhere
There's an elven
there.
artifact nearby.
Is there? Where? Oh, right there. Turn that on.
Should help ward off demons.
Okay, now how do we get to the actual town? Because we opened the gates, but it still seems like there is a lot of water here. Oh, I guess it's just right over here. Back at the first camp. Okay, so we're looking for the entrance to a flooded cave, and then somewhere in the cave is the source of that.
So this is Old Crestwood.
I can feel the weakness in the veil even above ground. Spirits are being called here like moths to flame.
Okay, there's red spirits around here, but they don't seem hostile, oddly enough.
Solus, the dragon Corypheus commands, could it truly be an archdemon?
One assumes that if it were, we would be facing a blight.
So what is it then? A corrupted dragon? Simply another darkspawn?
It is connected to Corypheus. Such a relation goes beyond mere control. It is a bond.
It makes you wonder if that's all the archdemons themselves are. Pets to beings who no longer exist.
I would not go as far as that. This dragon is a replica, spawned from a creature who aspires to greatness. No more.
Okay, but how do you have that distinction?
Move! No, the other way! Move, I said! You there! I order you to tell me why nothing here heeds my commands.
A lost spirit. This should...
Silence! Let the other one talk.
Maybe you can give it some guidance, Cole.
Maybe. My name is...
Compassion. Did I ask you?
Sorry.
So see a spirit of compassion then.
Spirits are your expertise, Solus.
Then tell me why nothing here changes.
This realm follows different rules from the Fades. Will alone cannot overcome what you see.
Then what's the point of it?
A solid form is both shackle and strength. It affects more than you imagine.
Are you a spirit or a demon?
Demon? Those dolts who would suck this world dry. I am called to higher things.
What's so distressing about the real world?
It ignores me. I order the rocks to part, but they do not. I bid the sky draw close, and it stays still. I don't know how you mortals stand it.
Why haven't you gone back to the Fae?
I will not be denied. I refuse to leave until something obeys my orders.
And I feel compelled to help you. I pledge myself to your service.
Excellent. I have only one command. A creature made of rage had the gall to chase me across the lake. Destroy it in my name and be rewarded.
A simple enough request. The rage demon might threaten others as well.
Killing a demon is worthy of us at least.
Okay. So Solus appears to be at least the spirit of command, I guess. Recognizes Solus as compassion. So that's a little tidbit. Okay, so we need to find the entrance to the flooded cave, and there's a rage demon somewhere we gotta kill for her. Or them. It's... I don't know. Mildewed diary. This diary has been kept miraculously dry in the sealed chest, but its pages are filled with powdery black mold. 29th of Cloud Breach, 9:30. Grace has a cough. All well and good to help those running from the Blight, but if my daughter catches something from these refugees, I'll have the mayor's hide. At least Diedrich moved them into the caves. I thought they'd put up a fuss, but they went quiet and pale as the dead. The healthy ones were relieved. Said their sick friends seemed to get worse in the daylight. Maker save us from a plague. Alright, we also have to find bodies for the pyre. There's the last set. Okay, so we've retrieved the dead for Sister Vaughn, and she could do her rites and lay them to rest. I believe the cave would be up here, yeah?
Where does this lead? Come on, let's find that fate rift.
It's humming below us. The window, wanting, wandering, looking back at what's looking.
Cole believes we are headed in the correct direction.
Sure, that's what that meant. Hello? I don't know if you managed to catch that well on the, while we were fighting, and I know I probably split up this combat session, but, most of the rogues in this game have, like, a black cloud shadowy thing whenever they use their, like, more stealthy abilities. Cole's is, I don't know how else to describe, but fade green. Like a green smoky effect that, is usually associated with spirits, so that's a neat little tidbit, little, detail about him. I like the thought that he's using, like, spirit magic to do roguey things, but he's not doing it the way that rogues would. Like, they justify him stealthing as people just not realizing he's there or remembering him.
The dwarves built well. Their runes still sing.
It's not that he's invisible, it's just that they can't perceive him, and he gets around doing, stealthy stuff. Well, that looks like what we're after. Nice. And also, of course, we happen to, plunder into the deep roads, because why not? It does seem very close to the surface for, an entrance to the deep roads. I mean, it's like literally not even deep. It's like they built the town 2 feet away from, like, the entrance of this place. Supplies. And is this the Fade Rift that we're looking for? Is this the right one?
Demons ahead. They don't understand it here. They want to destroy everything.
We're ready.
Okay, well that one had more phases than I thought it would. Exit green edges.
No more demons in the
Interesting.
pit. The people will be safe now.
Let's tell the mayor.
Yeah,
They
let's.
were hurting and we helped. Their lives are better because of us.
That's very good, Cole. So I'm gonna have a quick look around the rest of this, 'cause look, there were some branching paths we have to go to, and then we will head back to the bear and let him know what a good job we did. Although, did we uncover... Like, I'm fairly certain this dude was hiding something. Is there something that alludes to that down here? I'm not seeing a lot of evidence of, any human refugees taking shelter down here, or down this far at least. I mean, we saw a couple corpses, but there's not a lot of remains of settlement.
Another of the elven artifacts.
Oh, I'm glad we came this way then.
Wards are working.
Are you sure this is the way to the surface?
Nope.
Feel a draft. There must be a way out nearby.
I mean, there's light coming from over there somewhere. Just crawl through that, yeah? How far does this go? Is this going to be the part where I accidentally wandered into something I shouldn't have? Hello, Nugs.
The nugs seem to like it down here.
Liliana used to keep one as a pet.
I know.
Joking.
I am not. What was its name again? Schmepples? Schmooples? It is right on the tip of my tongue.
I forget what she named it. I know we found, or I think we saw that in a letter someone sent to her. Which, should I be concerned that I'm going through people's mail? I don't know. And keep going this way. There we go. I mean, this is an exit, but I didn't really want to find an exit. Let me do a quick scan, see if there's anything else I missed, because there's a couple of faded areas. And we could either come out the way we came, or we can go up the new exit, but I think we're gonna go out the new exit, because what's over there? And why don't we start that way? Alright, so it looks like we found everything there is to find down here. So, where does this lead? Another rift. Cool. Where are we? Somehow ended up behind the village. Okay. And we're just here. That's cool. I still need to go talk to the Spirit of Command. So let's actually run and do that real quick, and then we'll head back down to the village, because I don't want to detour to turn that back in another episode.
Yes?
The raged demon in the caves is dead, as you commanded.
I had no doubts. Now that my sovereignty has been respected, I can depart this unchanging nightmare. Your reward. Use it well.
A spirit such as that could not leave here until it had proven its nature.
Okay, we got an Amulet of Power, which those seem to give an extra... Oh, I leveled up also. I don't know if we went over it before, but Amulets of Power give an extra skill point to whoever they're attuned to, because it seems to be character specific. Because I think we found Amulet of Power for Varric earlier, and this one might be one for Solus or Cole, I don't know. Hello. Deep Stalker. Anyway, so with that, let's head back up to the village, talk with the mayor, and let Sister Vaughn know that we have retrieved the bodies for her funeral rites. Oh, Mayor! Mayor? Letter of confession. Oh, of course there is. Inquisitor. It was not Darkspawn that opened the dam and flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago. I did, in secret. The night they attacked. The undead you have been fighting are people I killed with my own hands. We taken in refugees from the Blight. Many were ill. We moved the sick to the lower parts of Crestwood, and the refugees into the caves to stop the disease from spreading. It didn't work. One confessed he'd seen the Blight sickness before. It was always fatal. When the Darkspawn attacked, I knew the only way the village would survive was the Blight sick drowned with the monsters. I cannot bear the sight of Old Crestwood now that the water is gone. I cannot stay. I'm sorry, Mayor Gregory Diedrich.
A letter of confession from the mayor. It says he was the one who flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago, to stop the Blight from spreading.
It's monstrous, but if it stopped the Blight from wiping out the entire village...
I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to make that call, but that does seem to be the only one that would have worked, given how relatively tiny this village is. It doesn't seem to have like a standing military forces. Well, thank you. So we had some information on the Blight. There's no cure, it's always fatal, etc. And if they were being attacked by Darkspawn, then it would only spread to anyone who was fleeing the area anyways, so the only quote-unquote sensible thing that could have been done would be to find a way to take out the Darkspawn and the sickened refugees. Sensible, but
Your worship.
not necessarily, pleasant. Let's just go with that.
I've already found the remains of the people who died in Old Crestwood.
Blessed Andraste. I didn't imagine you'd look yourself. Thank you for your thoughtfulness. It is all too rare these days. I will prepare the bodies for cremation.
Okay, so with that, there's not a lot of story stuff left to do here. There's plenty of, like, side stuff I don't think I'm going to record going through all of that. I'll probably just handle that off camera. But yeah, so Mayor of Crestwood's missing. Letter of confession. Body's returned. Fade's stabilized for the most part here. Been a productive day. So I'm not sure where we're gonna head to next time. I know Hawk talked about going to some... I forget where he said we were going. But they've gone to look for Grave Warrens. I think they know where they've headed off to, so we're gonna meet up with them probably next. Or maybe we should possibly investigate the assassination plot, because it seems like there's two different paths we could be taking at the moment. I don't know. I'll decide in the meantime. But until then, my name's been Tojo. Remember to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.